Now, Sima, if you are going to learn any automation tool, so this portion is very common, introduction to automation testing. Okay, try to understand what we are going to discuss in this introduction to automation testing. What is software testing? What are the different types of software testing? Advantages, disadvantages of the each testing, like manual automation testing. What are the advantages, disadvantages? Advantage, disadvantage automation testing. Which projects are preferable for the automation testing? Which projects are not suitable for the automation testing? Which projects are not suitable for automation testing? There are a number of tools are available. How to decide which tool we can use for automation testing? Which tool we can use for automation testing? These things where we are going to discuss. Now, first one here, we have the software testing. You know that what is software testing? Technically, it is a combination of verification and validation. Software testing is a combination of verification and validation. Right. So, what is the verification means? Verification is a process to check. Verification is a process to check. Are we developed? Are verification process to check? Are we developing the system right or not? Are we developing the system right or not? Says verification activity. Now, validation is a process to check. Are we developed the right system or not? How we are going to take this vocabulary here from the V model diagram? Whichever activities we do before coding, this all comes under verification activities. After coding, whichever activity testing activities are going to do, those are comes under validation activities, right? Software testing, it is a combination of verification and validation. So what is verification? It is a process to check. It is a process to check. Are we developing the system right or not? Validation is a process to check are we developed right system or not. Now, what is the intention? Software testing will help to identify the defects. Software testing will help to identify the defects. Whenever we are going to resolve those defects, then software quality improves. But who is going to solve it is developers, right? When you go for types of software testing, we have the two types of testing. One is manual testing, other one is automation testing. So what is the meaning of manual testing? Without using any automation tool, testing engineer directly interact with application to verify actual behavior while performing operations is called manual testing. So you don't use any tool, but directly you operate application, do the operations, observe the behavior, how it is responding. Based on that, we can provide the test status in terms of pass or fail. That is comes under manual testing. But whenever we go for the manual testing, for that manual testing, we are going to derive the test cases which are used For manual testing, so we prepare test cases and those are used to validate the application. Okay. Now, say diagrammatically it is. Now suppose I want to test the next button, the Gmail application. If I go for manual testing, how we do it is AUT or SCT. AUT means my application under test. SCT means my system under test. Now, as a test engineer, first you are going to prepare the test cases. How you want to test the application, you are going to prepare test cases. As for that, by performing operations on application, we are going to observe the behavior. Based on that, we can provide the test status in terms of pass or fail. That is, without using any automation tool, test engineer directly interact with application to verify actual behavior while performing operations is called manual testing. Is called manual testing. Now, for manual testing, what we have to do? We have to prepare the test cases. In plain English only, we are going to write the test cases. If I go for the manual testing, what will be the advantage? What is the advantage of the manual testing? Manual testing will help. So it will take less cost. Manual testing will take the less cost for small projects and easy to perform without any technical knowledge when you go for the manual testing, right? It is simple and easy to perform. No need of any technical knowledge. So for small project, less cost compared to automation for small projects. So what are the disadvantages? The major disadvantage of the manual testing mode: time consuming, inconsistency due to lack of concentration, the lack of reliability, there is possibility of the human mistakes when you go for the manual testing. These are the disadvantages. Then what is an automation testing? Automating human activities in order to validate the application is called automation testing. Okay. Automation testing. Any task, generally any task or activity performed with the help of the tool, with the help of the tool or programs is called automation. As simple as like this. If we use calculator to perform the arithmetic operations, if we use calculator to perform the arithmetic operations, comes under automation. Such a way, when you automate human activities in order to validate the application, automate human activities in order to validate the application is called automation testing. Sim. Automating human activities, the test execution, what you do, those activities in order to validate the application is called automation testing. See, automation testing can be performed using programming languages. Different possibilities are there. Using programming languages or scripting languages, or using any one of the third party automation tools like Selenium, QTP, also called as UFT, Test Complete, Silk, Rational Robot, etc. Right. So now, but whenever we go for the manual testing, as I said, we are going to derive the test cases. If we go for the automation testing, what we have to do, we need to develop the automation test scripts. We have to develop the automation test scripts. Now, sir, what are the advantages? Whichever I said disadvantages during the manual testing, those to overcome when we are doing automation testing. So definitely fast in execution, more consistency, more reliable. Not only that, automation test scripts are reusable and repeatable. The advantages are there if I go for the automation testing. So, similar diagrammatically it is. Same scenario, if I want to go for automation testing, as a test engineer, using any one of the tool, several tools are available, right? Using any one of the tool, we are going to test the application. For this, first we have to develop the automation test script based on your scenario. Which is scenario do you want to test in the application? According to that, we have to develop the automation test script. After you develop the automation test script, so we have to execute it. Is when you run, your tool will interact with application, observe the behavior. Based on it, it will provide the test status in terms of pass or fail. That is comes under automation testing. Directly, we are not going to interact the application. But any tool we can use it is. But any automation tool we are using this, we have developed the automation test script. Suppose you want to test the application. Now, QTP or EFT are using this, you have developed the automation test script in VB script. Suppose you are using Selenium, means you can use the different language, your interested language you can use, either Java, Python, C Sharp, Ruby, JavaScript, like this. Advantages: fast in execution, more consistency, more consistency, more reliable. Automation test scripts are reusable. That means one-time efforts are required to develop the automation test script. Then same script you can execute on different versions of the application. Suppose the notes to prepare, one-time efforts are required to me. Same notes I can use for the other batch also, not only for you, right? That's what. So automation test scripts are repeatable. Repeatable. What is the meaning of the automation test scripts are repeatable? Same script I can able to execute 100 times or 200 times it is. That's what saying it is. Automation test scripts are reusable and repeatable. Now, disadvantage of the automation testing. What is the disadvantage? Generally, automation tools are expensive. We need to buy the license if you want to use the tool. Second thing, skilled automation testings are required. Skilled automation testings are required. Right. So because Selenium is a free tool, but it is not ready-made tool. Directly one file you can download and install in your system. Several things we have to download, various locations, and all together we have to combine it is like that. Skilled automation testings are required. Some of the technologies or environments are not possible to automate. Some of the technologies or environments are not possible to automate. Example here, reading captcha. Reading captcha. Suppose here I have this is the one I want to read. Captcha. It is not possible to automate. Reading captcha is not possible to automate. Or if I go security pop-ups are going to come. Sometimes this kind of pop-ups are going to get during the login operation time. So here specific image boxes I want to select where it is available. So not possible it is automatic. Or some object color is changing. That is also not possible to automate. Right? More like this. Some of the technologies or environments are not possible to automate. Like reading captcha, color of object identification, handling security pop-ups like this. So how to decide that which projects we can go for automation testing? Then who is the responsible for that? Who will go and take that decision? Can we go for automation testing or not for this project? In general, test manager who is responsible to decide whether this project is suitable or not for automation testing. This project is suitable or not for automation testing. What are the factors they are going to analyze? First thing they have to see the size of the project. Size of the project. That means size how we are going to say means not based on the number of users. Depends on number of functionalities availability. That is what we are going to call function point analysis. Number of functionalities availability. The function point analysis. So then more resource required. If I go for manually, more resource required, more testings are required, more time taking. We have the more time taking scenarios. Multiple release are expected. Every release testing is required. Again, manual, more time it going to takes. And application environment also should support application Environment also should support. What is the meaning? Your application more you have the OTP related transactions or capture related transactions or security pop-up related transactions. We can't automate them. The environment also should support. Finally, our client also should accept in terms of budget. In terms of budget. Like this, these are all the factors to be considered to decide whether this project is suitable or not for automation testing. Now, in market, we have the two types of tools. One is non-commercial tool, other one is commercial tool. We have the non-commercial tool and commercial tools. Non-commercial tools such as Selenium, Bad Boy, Sahi, Force, Auto IT, Sukule, Playwright. These are the different kind of tools are available. Non-commercial tools: Selenium, Bad Boy, Sahi, Force, Auto IT, Sukule, Playwright, etc. If I go for the commercial tools such as these tools are you need to buy the license. Then only they allow you to use the tools for automation testing, such as QTP or EFT. Test partner, Tosca test suite, QA run, Catalan Studio, test complete. These are the different kind of commercial tools are available. Now, sir, if I want to go for the automation testing, how we can decide which tool we can go for the automation testing? How to select the best tool for automation testing? Who is the responsible for that? Simon, in general, 98% of scenarios, our test manager he is responsible to decide which tool is better for automation testing. Okay. Now, but there is a 2% of chances, ma'am. 2% of chances where client will going to ask the use specific tool for my project. Use specific tool for my project. So if I go for the Capgemini using the QTP tool for project called NSE, National Stock Exchange, Mumbai client who given the Pune Capgemini branch is there, they are working for the National Stock Exchange application. At that time, client said it is the company. We need only QTP testers, not the Selenium testers. I don't believe the Selenium. I want to go for commercial tool. In case the budget is high, I will pay the 50% of cost in the Selenium license, so QTP license. Like the sometimes client will go into says to you. Okay, ma'am? So now how to select the best automation tool for a project? So type of tools like type of tool. First one, ROI, return on investment. 3 points I given back here. Return on investment. That means how much budget allocated for testing, how much budget allocated for testing. In the budget, can we go for the commercial tool or non-commercial tool? So which is more convenient budget point of view, they are going to check my this. That's what here. Return on investment. Based on the budget, they decide whether we can go for the commercial tool or non-commercial tool. And second, usability of the tool. When you talk about the usability of the tool, so we are going to check that how easy to operate the application. Usability of the tool. What factors can be checked here? Tool can generate the automation scripts automatically without writing the script manually. Automatically we can able to execute, we can able to develop the script or not. Some tools have the recording facility. No need to write the script. It will generate the script. Some tools have the a drag and drop option. It will generate the script it is. Second point, tool can generate the test results in the desired format or not. Tool will generate the test result in the desired format or not. We have to check it is. So when you see the result, we can able to understand or not the desired format. Ease of execution. Is it easy to execute or not? So is it to execute our test script? Suppose I have 100 scripts now. Is it easier or not to execute my test scripts? So I want to write the script manually. Is it easy or not to develop the automation test script? Okay, like this. Next thing, one. Compatibility. What is that for compatibility? What is the compatibility? So what type of environment applications my tool will go to support? Like Windows based applications or web based applications or mobile applications. What type of environment applications it will support for automation testing? Will it support the different browsers or not? Different operating systems or not? We have to check it is. So their cross-browser testing, different OS supports or not. So these are the things where we have to check. Then automation testing process. In real time, who are the members in the automation testing team and what are the activities they are going to do? Generally, we will have the test manager, automation architect, test lead, then test engineers. So what are the activities where they are going to perform? Following are the activities performed by an automation testing team for project in real time. First one, stage one, tool evaluation by test manager. He will decide that based on the type of the project, functionalities, what type of tool we can use for the automation testing. Then stage two, test lead. He will go and analyze the test cases. Which test cases are taking the more time and which test cases are complex to perform manually. So analyze the test cases, preparing analysis sheet. If those test cases, if I go for the automation tester script, if I go for the manual testing, how much time takes, how much resource required. Same thing if I go for the automation testing, how much resource required. This entire thing will be prepared in sheets that will be sent to the your test lead. Once you got the confirmation, then automation architect, who is the responsible automation architect, who will going to decide whether so what type of framework is suitable for this project for automation testing. Who defines the coding standards and then he will go on to says that what type of framework is suitable. Modular framework or keyword driven framework or test engine framework or cucumber framework, you will go into says it is. After that, we are going to start. We miss test engineers. First, we have to go for the implementation. Your test lead will provide the list of scenarios to you for which scenarios you have developed the automation test script. So develop the scripts for automation. Then dry run. Then review on the scripts. Dry run. Then review on the scripts. Then execution. So before going to start the execution, we have to go for the execution setup. So which version of the OS required, browsers are required, that has to be provided for you. Then we can start the execution. Okay, once the execution completed, your tool is going to provide the test result. We have to analyze the test result. According to that, we have to log the defects developers. Then, according to the changes in the application, we have to enhance and update the scripts. So these are the activities where we are going to do. After that, see what are the major activities we do during the manual testing? What are the major activities we do during the automation testing? If I go for the manual testing, first we have to identify the test scenarios. Based on those scenarios, we have to prepare the test cases and test data. Then we can go for the execution. During the execution time, if we got any mismatches, then we can log the defects. Then make sure developer has to resolve the defects. These are the major activities. Coming to the automation testing, what are the major activities we have? First, you have to identify automation test scenarios. Then develop the automation test scripts. Then execution of test scripts. Your tool is going to perform it is. Then you can go for the after execution, your tool is going to provide the test result. Analyze the test result. So defect reporting, getting it fixed. These are the activities where we are going to perform. But here, everything we are not going to prefer the automation testing. Some scenarios only we have to prefer the automation testing. In general, what type of scenarios are preferred for the automation testing? The scenarios which are more repeatable and complex to perform manually, those kind of scenarios only we are going to prefer for automation testing. Those kind of scenarios only we are going to prefer for the automation testing, like regression test scenarios, build verification test scenarios, the retesting scenarios, like scenarios which are required multiple set of data to validate. Those kind of scenarios we can go for the automation testing. Right. Now, what type of scenarios are not preferred for automation testing? Generally, scenarios which are simple and easy to perform manually, those we are not going to prefer for the automation testing, such as user interface test scenarios, usability test scenarios, only one-time testing activities, or test cases newly designed, not yet executed at least once. So this type of scenarios are not preferred for the automation testing. After that, we have here, there is a question will be asked like this. So, can we have the manual testing team as well as automation testing team for a project? Is yes. Both teams can work for a project. Both teams can work for a project. Whereas automation testing is an optional for some of the projects. It is not mandatory for every project. Okay, like this. So, for one project, there can be manual and automation testing teams can work, whereas automation testing is an optional for some of the projects. Okay, next, when we can start developing automation test scripts. So generally, whenever requirements are finalized, then manual testing team can write the test cases, whereas automation testing you want to do, once you got the stable build from development team, then only automation testing team will start developing the automation test script. Okay. So whatever portion of topic we discussed here, this is very common for the every project. It is automation tool, any tool. Okay. So so that is the class for us. So tomorrow we're going to continue the class. So who are not yet registered, try to register. And once register complete, tomorrow I will give them my WhatsApp number. So I will add you into the group to get the notes. Okay. So tomorrow before the class, try to register. Who are not yet registered for this class, that means I'm saying that who are attending only for the Selenium class. Okay. Try to register yourself. Is it clear? Any doubts are there? Anyone? Sagar, Dikshit.
Okay.
Yes, okay. Okay. Thank you. So see you tomorrow. Bye.